Hi guys, my name is Tutor Olalikon Israel, your Prepclass tutor, and I say welcome to another wonderful session of Learning with Prepclass. Now in today's session, we will be answering questions from the Jamb English 2020 past questions. We will be solving question 31, question 32, question 33, question 34, and question 50. I know you want to know what happened to question 35 to question 49. Okay, presently questions 35 to question 49 are currently inaccessible to us. So, whenever we have access to question 35 to question 49, we promise to bring them solved to you. Okay, like it is popularly said, he who fails to plan, plans to fail. So, this is part of the planning process for you to ace your Jamb examination. I know you're ready, so let's go on this journey of learning together. Before we begin, kindly take a moment of your time to subscribe to this channel. Take a moment of your time to subscribe to this channel. Click on the like button as you enjoy the video. Drop your questions in the comment section. I will promise to attend to them as soon as we receive them. Alright, let's begin. Question 31. Question 31 reads, in the question 31 to 40, but in this video we will be answering just question 31, 32, 33, and 34. Later on we will attend to question 50 because questions 35 to question 49 are inaccessible. So, in the question 31 to 34, choose the option opposite in meaning to the word underlined. In the question 31 to 34, choose the option opposite in meaning to the word underlined. Now, question 31 reads, the weather condition now prevailing in the town is unbearable. The weather condition now prevailing in the town is unbearable. Now, the underlined word here is prevailing. So we have to select the option that is the opposite in meaning to the word prevailing. Now, the options we have are widespread, dominant, uncommon, and uncontrollable. So which of these options is the opposite in meaning to prevailing? Now, let's take a look at the meaning of the word prevailing. Now, the word prevailing means to exist, to be normal, to be common, to be superior. Now, in this context of use, the word prevailing means to be common. The weather condition now common in the town is unbearable. Probably this person is complaining about the harmattan period. The weather condition now common, now prevailing in the town is unbearable because during the harmattan period, it's always very cold. So the person is saying the weather condition now common. What we have now, what is prevailing in the town is unbearable. So, which of the options is going to mean the opposite of prevailing or opposite of common? Because the word prevailing in this context of use means to be common. Right, let's take a look at the meanings of the options one after the other. Now, the word widespread means to be popular, to be predominant, to be extensive, to be rampant. Remember, prevailing as used in this context means to be common. So widespread is more like a synonym for prevailing because widespread means to be popular. Common means to be popular as well. Dominant means to be common, to be prevailing. So dominant as well is like a synonym for prevailing. Now, uncommon means to be rare, to be unusual. Uncontrollable means to be out of control. So amongst these options, the word that means the opposite of prevailing is uncommon. Remember, prevailing means to exist, to be normal, to be superior. But in this context of use, prevailing, as explained earlier, means to be common. So uncommon means to be rare, unusual, not common. So the weather condition now uncommon in the town is unbearable. So the weather condition now prevailing in the town is unbearable. Remember, prevailing means common. Now, uncommon means to be rare, to be unusual, not common. So, the weather condition now uncommon in the town is unbearable. That is, the rare weather condition in the town now is unbearable. The uncommon weather condition in the town is unbearable. So, the answer to this question is uncommon. The weather condition now prevailing in the town is unbearable. The weather condition now uncommon in the town is unbearable. Looking at the other options, widespread, dominant, and uncontrollable, they can all serve as a synonym for the word prevailing, not the antonym. It is only uncommon that can serve as an antonym for the word prevailing. So the answer to this question is uncommon. Quickly, moving on to the next question, question number 32. Remember, we have to select the option that means the opposite of the underlined word. Question 32 reads, the plan to merge the two local government areas has met with much apathy. The plan to merge the two local government areas has met with much apathy. Now, the underlined word in this sentence is apathy. The options we have are hospitality, criticism, consideration, and enthusiasm. So which of these options is the opposite of apathy? The first thing to do is to define the word apathy. What does the word apathy mean? Now, let's take a look at the meaning of the word apathy. Now, the word apathy means a lack of feeling, a lack of emotion or interest. Now, when you say there is political apathy in my local government, it means people are not interested in participating in politics. Apathy means a lack of feeling, a lack of emotion, a lack of interest. You are not interested. So, the plan to merge the two local government areas has met with much apathy. So, which of the options is the opposite of apathy? Now, amongst the options, the word enthusiasm means showing an intense and eager interest or approval. Showing an intense and eager interest or approval. You have interest. Enthusiasm is synonymous with eagerness and passion. Now, enthusiasm means you are interested. There is much interest from your end. So, if the word enthusiasm means showing an intense and eager interest or approval, showing an intense and eager interest or approval, the word apathy, which means a lack of feeling, emotion, or interest, now, enthusiasm is the opposite of apathy. Because apathy means a lack of interest. Enthusiasm means having intense interest. When you are enthusiastic about something, you have a serious interest for that thing. You are eager to do that thing. So, what we would have is the plan to merge the two local government areas has met with much apathy. But the opposite is enthusiasm. The plan to merge the two local government areas has met with much enthusiasm. People are interested in the merging of the two local government as against being not interested when it comes to apathy. Apathy means lack of interest. Enthusiasm means having intense interest. Okay, moving on to the next question, question number 33. Question 33 reads, the speaker was rather bold in his presentation of the case. The speaker was rather bold in his presentation of the case. Remember, we have to select the option that means the opposite of the underlined word. Now, as you can see, the underlined word here is bold. So, which of these options means the opposite of bold? The options we have are unfair, reserved, ashamed, and formal. So first, we are going to define the word bold. What does the word bold mean? Now, to be bold means to be fearless, to be courageous, to be brave. The speaker was rather bold, was rather courageous, was rather fearless, was rather brave in his presentation of the case. Now, let's take a look at the meanings of the options one after the other to select the option that has the opposite meaning to the meaning of bold. Now, the first option is unfair. Unfair means to be unjust, to be discriminatory, to be biased. Reserved means to be quiet. Sorry, we have means to be repeated there. It's a typo. It should be reserved means to be quiet, to be shy. Ashamed means to be embarrassed, to be humiliated. Formal means to follow traditional convention, to be done officially. Now, if bold means to be fearless, to be courageous, to be brave. You have no fear. Reserved means to be quiet, to be shy. Now, when you are not bold, you are shy. So people are actually very shy to speak to crowds, while some are very bold to address crowds. So if you are not bold, you are shy. So the opposite of bold is reserved. The speaker was rather bold in his presentation of the case. The speaker was rather reserved, was rather shy in his presentation of the case. Okay, moving on to the next question, question 34. Question 34 reads, Chidi is naturally taciturn. Chidi is naturally taciturn. Remember, we had to select the option that means the opposite of the underlined word. Now, the underlined word here is taciturn. So the options we have are garrulous, friendly, lively, and cheerful. So which of these options means the opposite of taciturn? The first thing to do is to define the word taciturn. What does the word taciturn mean? When you say somebody is naturally taciturn, what does it mean? Now, the word taciturn means to be quiet. It means to be quiet, untalkative. You don't like talking too much, to be secretive, to be tight-lipped. So this basically means you don't like talking, you're not a talkative. Chidi is naturally taciturn. Chidi is not a talkative. Chidi is quiet. Chidi is secretive. Chidi is tight-lipped. Now let's take a look at the meanings of the options one after the other so we can select the option that means the opposite of taciturn. Now the first option is garrulous. Garrulous means to be excessively talkative, loquacious, chatty, excessively talkative, loquacious, chatty. What the Yoruba people call soro soro. Garrulous means to be excessively talkative, loquacious, and chatty. Now, I think this is looking like the answer to this question already, but we can't be sure. Let's take a look at the other options. Now, friendly means to be kind and pleasant, to be affectionate. Lively means to be energetic, to be active, to be vibrant. Cheerful means to be happy and positive, to be full of life, to be high-spirited. Now, from the definition of taciturn, which means to be quiet, to be untalkative, the opposite of taciturn is garrulous. Garrulous means to be excessively talkative, to be loquacious, to be chatty. There are some people, they can talk from now to the end of the week without getting tired. They are garrulous. While there are some that are taciturn, they are always very quiet. They are not always wanting to talk. So, taciturn means to be quiet, to be untalkative, to be secretive, to be tight-lipped. Garrulous means to be excessively talkative, loquacious, chatty, always wanting to talk. So, the answer to this question is garrulous. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Oh, like I said earlier, question 35 to question 49 are inaccessible, but whenever we get access to these questions, we promise to bring them to you. Alright, let's move on to the next available question, which is question number 50. Question 50 reads, your brigade would be the better for it if you desisted rumor mongering, observed the chief of staff. Your brigade would be the better for it if you desisted rumor mongering, observed the chief of staff. Now, looking at this question, we can see that this question requires that we select the option that best completes the sentence. So, the options we have are A, from, B, away, C, into, D, away from. So, which of these options will best complete this sentence? Now, the word desist, to desist means to stop, to cease. So, amongst the options, desist only collocates with from. So, when we say someone should desist from something, it means the person should stop doing that thing. Your brigade would be the better for it if you desisted from rumor mongering, observed the chief of staff. Now, amongst the list of options we have, the only option that collocates with desisted, the only option that can work with desisted in this sentence scenario is from. So the answer to this question is from. Your brigade would be the better for it if you desisted from, if you stopped rumor mongering, observed the chief of staff. Okay, we are going to apply the breaks here, but we promise to link you up to the next set of questions in the next video. Please do not forget to join us on WhatsApp. Check for the link to our WhatsApp group in the description of this video. Also, subscribe to this channel. Do not forget to like this post, drop your comments, drop your questions in the comment section, and share this post with your friends and loved ones. Thank you for your time. Enjoy the rest of your day. See you in the next video. Bye.